Every human belief begins as an invisible pattern inside the mind, a thought charged with emotion that moves through the body as energy. Before it ever becomes action, before it shapes experience, belief exists as vibration, as a measurable state of coherence or distortion within the brain and heart. Science now knows that every thought triggers an electromagnetic response, changing how your neurons fire and how your heart beats. Belief, then, is not just psychological, it is physical. It carries weight in the energetic structure of reality. When you hold a belief long enough, your nervous system adapts to it. Your perception filters the world through that expectation, and your biology follows. If you expect failure, your body moves with hesitation. Your heartbeat changes rhythm. Your brain releases stress chemicals that prepare for disappointment. If you expect success, your body mirrors that frequency with confidence and coherence. Your heart rate stabilizes. Your energy expands. In quantum physics, intention is seen as the act of collapsing probability. Until an outcome is observed or influenced, everything exists as potential, a wave of infinite possibilities. But once you direct conscious intention towards something, you select one potential over another. Belief becomes the force that decides which version of reality takes form. It might sound mysterious, but it is not magic, it is physics. Every system in the universe is sensitive to energy input, and human consciousness is one of the most refined transmitters of that energy. Your thoughts and emotions generate measurable electromagnetic fields that ripple into the environment. You are influencing reality simply by existing consciously within it. So belief is not a private idea locked inside your mind. It is a broadcast, a pattern, a signal in the field of existence. The question is not whether belief works, but what kind of reality your beliefs are programming into motion. Because whether you are aware of it or not, your intention is always shaping the world around you. Belief begins in the mind, but its influence reaches far beyond it. When you focus your intention, your brain releases specific frequencies that align with your emotional state. This combination of thought and feeling creates a unique electromagnetic pattern that radiates from the brain and the heart. It is measurable, repeatable, and now recognized by science as one of the ways consciousness interacts with the physical world. Neuroscience has discovered that the human brain is not just reactive, it is generative. It builds internal models of reality based on what you believe to be true. Once a belief is formed, the brain begins to filter out information that does not match that belief. In other words, you do not just see the world as it is, you see the world as you are. The heart adds another layer to this process. Its electromagnetic field is about 60 times stronger than the one produced by the brain, and it changes instantly with emotion. When the heart is coherent, beating in smooth, harmonious patterns, it sends organized signals to the brain, aligning your thoughts with emotional stability. That coherence amplifies intention, turning belief into energy the world can feel. This is why intention, backed by emotion, creates results that pure logic cannot. A focused mind can design, but a coherent heart gives that design power. It is the marriage between electrical thought and magnetic emotion that builds the field of manifestation. Together, they create a resonance that can synchronize with the environment around you. Every prayer, affirmation, or creative vision is not simply psychological, it is electromagnetic. You are sending a signal into the quantum fabric of reality, and that signal interacts with everything else, vibrating at a similar frequency. The physics of belief is not superstition. It is communication through the language of energy. What you send out is not lost. It becomes part of the field that shapes what returns. For decades, scientists have searched for proof that thought and intention can affect the physical world. The results have been subtle but consistent. From the quantum laboratory to the human body, small but measurable changes reveal that consciousness has influence far beyond the brain. It is no longer philosophy, it is data. One of the earliest examples came from the famous double-slit experiment. When light particles were observed, their behavior changed, collapsing from waves into defined points. The act of observation altered the outcome, suggesting that awareness itself plays a role in shaping probability. The universe, at its smallest level, seems to know when it is being watched. Later, researchers began studying the effect of focused intention on random systems. In controlled experiments, participants were asked to influence random number generators with thought alone. Across thousands of trials, small deviations consistently appeared, defying pure chance. It was as if the human mind could nudge probability toward order. The same principle appears inside the body. The placebo effect, once dismissed as illusion, is now seen as the mind's ability to trigger biological change. Belief in healing activates real chemical and neurological responses that promote recovery, even without external medicine. Expectation literally reorganizes the body's energy toward alignment with that belief. From quantum fields to biological systems, intention seems to act as an organizing force. When consciousness directs energy with clarity and emotion, patterns of chaos begin to align. It is the same physics that governs atoms, waves, and galaxies, operating through the most human experience of all: belief. You are not separate from the experiment, you are part of it, shaping it with every thought you send into the field. Every intention you set carries a vibration, a signature frequency that moves through the quantum field. It travels beyond your mind, beyond your body, and begins to interact with the invisible structure of reality. The energy you project is not lost, it blends with the environment, shaping patterns that return to you in unexpected ways. This is the unseen feedback loop between consciousness and creation. Think of your beliefs as tuning forks in an infinite orchestra. Each time you focus on an idea, you strike that fork, sending a tone through the field. If that tone is one of fear or doubt, it resonates with chaos. But if it carries clarity and emotion aligned with purpose, it harmonizes with the intelligence of the universe. This is not about forcing outcomes or controlling reality. It is about coherence, the alignment of your thoughts, feelings, and energy into a single frequency. When your inner world becomes ordered, the outer world begins to reflect that order back to you. It is resonance, not resistance, that creates transformation. Every decision, every focus, sends a message into the field. And like a mirror, the field returns experiences that match your dominant frequency. That is why repeated worry attracts confusion, and sustained gratitude attracts opportunity. You are not punished or rewarded, you are simply resonating. When you understand this, belief becomes a tool of creation, not superstition. You start to live intentionally, aware that what you radiate sets the tone for what you receive. Your energy, your focus, your belief, they are the physics behind your personal universe. And when they move in harmony, the world moves with them. To shape the world around you, you must first understand the world within you. Intention is not just about thinking of what you want, it is about becoming the state of being that matches it. You cannot attract calm while vibrating in anxiety, and you cannot create clarity while your mind is fragmented. The first step to shaping reality is internal coherence. Begin with awareness of your thoughts. Observe them without judgment. Notice their rhythm, their emotion, their repetition. When you catch a pattern of fear or limitation, pause and breathe. Awareness breaks the automatic signal and gives you the power to send a new one. Next, bring emotion into harmony. Emotion is the magnetic side of energy, the force that draws experience toward you. When you feel gratitude, peace, or compassion, your heart field expands, and your nervous system begins to synchronize with higher order. That coherence is the language the universe understands. Focus your mind and emotion together. Visualize what you desire, but more importantly, feel it as if it already exists. The brain cannot distinguish between imagination and experience, so each focused feeling begins to train your body into a new frequency. You are teaching your energy how to behave before the outcome arrives. Finally, release attachment to control. When your belief is genuine, you do not need to chase results, because your vibration has already sent the signal. The field will answer in its own time, through pathways you cannot predict. Intention is not forcing reality, it is aligning with it, until reality recognizes you. Your personal beliefs are powerful, but when shared by many, they become a collective force. Every culture, every community, and every generation builds invisible fields of shared expectation. These collective patterns influence how societies grow, how economies shift, and even how global events unfold. The physics of belief does not stop at the individual. It scales into the fabric of humanity itself. When large groups of people focus on the same idea, their energy synchronizes. You can feel it in moments of celebration or in times of fear. During global meditation experiments, researchers have recorded measurable drops in crime rates and spikes in emotional coherence across entire regions. The field responds to unity of intention, just as it does to a single focused mind. This means the stories we tell collectively matter. If a society believes in limitation, it will build systems that reflect it. If it believes in possibility, its science, art, and empathy expand together. The collective field becomes the mirror of our shared imagination. Every social movement begins with a change in collective belief. Civil rights, innovation, environmental awareness, all started with a shift in what people accepted as possible. When a critical mass of consciousness aligns around a new pattern, that pattern becomes the new normal. The world updates its code through the physics of shared belief. Each of us contributes to that field every day, through our thoughts, emotions, and actions. When you live with clarity and coherence, you add order to the collective energy. The more people who do the same, the faster the field transforms. Global change does not begin with governments. It begins with consciousness, one resonant mind at a time. Everything you believe becomes part of the equation of existence. Every thought you hold, every emotion you nurture, every moment of focus sends ripples through the quantum field that surrounds us all. Reality is not a distant mechanism operating without you. It is a mirror that includes you. You are part of the formula that defines what becomes real. The physics of belief is not about control. It is about relationship. You are in constant conversation with the universe, whether you realize it or not. Your beliefs, are the language you speak in that conversation. They tell reality what you are ready to experience. When your thoughts, emotions, and actions align, the noise fades and coherence emerges. That is when life begins to move with you instead of against you. Synchronicities appear, opportunities flow, and you begin to sense that reality is aware of your awareness. It is not luck, it is resonance, the universe reflecting your frequency back in form. The world you see is not random. It is the result of countless beliefs interacting, merging, and reshaping each other. If enough of us believe in connection instead of division, in creation instead of fear, the physics shifts. The field responds to coherence, not chaos, and the next version of reality begins to unfold from that order. That is how evolution happens, one collective belief at a time. So, as you move through your day, notice what you are believing in. Not as a rule, but as awareness. Because in the end, the physics of belief is not about changing the universe. It is about remembering that you are already part of how it works. Reality is listening, quietly, patiently, waiting for what you choose to believe next.